Hi all, Martin Moma here, aka Moma Organics. So I'm here today again with another session, more or less like a continuation from where we had left the first session, which was just defining the term systems and looked at certain examples of what it is that would actually encompass what we would call a system. So in today's discussion, I'm more or less like carrying on from the very previous discussion. So today I just want us to look at certain things that a farmer who is actually planning to engage into organic farming needs to know. So a farmer who is actually planning or who is already into organic farming and has never maybe actually thought of these things has to actually get to realize that they need these things for survival. Remember, we are in the 21st century, and our century has come with its unique challenges, which definitely need answers that pertain to our time. We cannot actually be operating using an operating system that actually could have worked in the 20th or 19th century. Our time needs an updated operating system where, of course, thinking and perception is concerned from a perspective of a farmer, as well as the agility in being able to learn and unlearn certain things for that one to be able to adopt these ideas. They are not new ideas, they have always been there, but it's just that they were actually thrown away due to the advent of the so-called Green Revolution. So in today's discussion, we are going to tackle a very sensitive aspect of this whole system issue. So today we are looking at the three phases that the 21st century farmer has to look at their projects or their farms. So why these three phases? Because it actually allows a farmer to simply shift from relying on money to relying on systems. Remember, in the previous video, I talked about why or the importance of actually relying on systems instead of relying on cash. Um, in some fraternities, they have actually a jargon which goes by, or should I say, they have some words which go like cash is trash. So we don't want to hold on to cash, but instead we want to convert that cash into systems that will enable us run these farms smoothly and profitably, and of course these farms should be resilient, or the project should be resilient. So today we are looking at the three phases that a 21st century farmer needs to have in order to actually run their organic farm. So phase one is what we are calling the short term. Then phase two is the mid term, and phase three is the long term. So I'll try to actually touch a little bit on each of these so that we just have an idea of what it is that I'm trying to drive at. So the issue is, when definitely we buy these lands or buy a farm, the first thing that comes to our mind is to make money. And that money definitely has to be able to be realized within the shortest period of time, provided we've put all the things in place and we've chosen a particular project to actually kickstart the operations of that farm. So as one actually gets to establish their farm, they need to, of course, have these three phases already in their mind. So they need to know that, okay, they need instant cash within maybe 3 to 4 or 6 months. They need to make money so that they are able to actually support the needs of the farm. They are paying employees, are reinvesting in the same projects, and many other things. Then on the mid-term aspect, this is where a farmer gets to start relying less on money. In the first term, in the short term, a farmer definitely would need to rely on money, because by then they will have not yet established systems that would have matured for them to actually harvest or get or benefit from those systems. But by the second phase, which is the midterm, which is maybe ranging from 1 year to 3 years, within this period, systems must have actually matured for a farmer to be able to maybe harvest fertilizers, or be able to actually make medications, or any other thing that would pertain to the productivity of that farm. But the good news is you don't have to wait for the 3 years or 1 year for you to actually be able to start producing those fertilizers. We have a program where we'll be able to actually give you all the formulas that you need within this short term, which is actually ranging from maybe within the first year, you should be able to start producing your own fertilizers, which actually makes things easy and cheap because you'll be making those things in bulk. Then, as this short term is still in progress, you have to then realize that you have to have things that must mature as time goes by to help you keep those expenses low, where purchasing of products, fertilizers, feeds, or any related stuff is concerned. So, by the midterm, we should have the farm being able to produce most of the things needed, and the reliance on money becomes very minimal. By the time it's getting to the long term, which is of course maybe 6 years and above, by this time the farm should be fully equipped with all or almost everything that would be needed to make sure that the farm is running smoothly and profitably. Here, you're actually also factoring in the issues of retirement, because you need to have projects that would see you through to your old age and actually put in from your effort or from your pocket, so that at the end of the day you have less stress to be faced with, because as one ages, the amount of stress that they can actually cope with becomes less and less. So you need to actually factor in those things that will definitely act as a buffer as you get older, in order that your farm becomes more or less like your support and something that you can surely lean on for survival and sustenance. And it is in this term that definitely you will actually now get to verify to say, okay, even if you were absent, you would actually have somebody coming through and taking over whatever it is that you had started. By this time, definitely a legacy will have been assured, because you know that all the things that would need to actually enable that farm run is already in place and has already matured. So it's just a matter of orienting the person that would come in to actually come and take up the functions of the farm. So I think this is one of the aspects that we lack, because all we do is, oh, let's do tomatoes, and it's tomatoes only, like that. And by the time somebody else is coming maybe to take up the farm, they have no blueprint as to what it is that they need to carry over from. And if it happens that somebody comes through and carries over and expands the business, well and good, but we need to have a mindset change where we are now looking at legacy, or looking at people that would come and take over with ease, because most of the homework will have been done from the very inception of the farm. So we do not have to rely on products. We need to rely on systems. Only systems will allow us to look at the farm in these 3 phases that I've actually outlined here. So the best thing to do is get the foundation right. Then once the foundation is laid properly, the other things can easily come on like that. So we need these systems. It's a must. We can't do without them, provided we want to actually win, or actually be able to actually stand independently from the reliance on those products that are exorbitant in prices and all those things. So we need to secure the future of these farms, secure these legacies, so that the would-be heirs will have a soft starting and expand these farms further from from beyond what it is that we might have imagined that these farms could become. So thank you so much, as I actually get into another discussion in the same lines. Stay tuned. Please like the video, share, and let's engage so that we see how best we can assist each other.